So, like most people in the world, I like Pokemon. And unlike some other YouTubers, my channel is dying right now. And I don't want to go back to Fortnite. No, I don't want to go back to Fortnite. So I'm going to start making Pokemon videos. Now, I'm working on the Nuzlocke because you lot voted on a Nuzlocke video. But that takes ages. So in this video, I'm just going to name my top 10 favourite Pokemon just as a start to get into Pokemon videos. It won't all be Pokemon videos, don't worry, for people who don't like Pokemon. I've also got like Splatoon, Mario Kart videos, Nintendo videos, Sonic videos, maybe just film videos, just whatever I want to make on YouTube, you know. Yeah, this video will be my top 10 favourite Pokemon of all time. Just to say, this is my personal opinion, so if you don't agree with this list, don't write a comment about it. But you can criticise me if you want, but just please constructive and nice criticism of my favourite Pokemon. That'd be lovely, thank you. I'm not saying you can't criticise me, but just be kind about it, just be, you know. Okay, I've got a list on my phone, so... Also, sorry if it's a bit bright. So, number 10 is Decidueye. Now, I really like Rowlet, but I really like Decidueye. And I think Decidueye, you know, gets overlooked a bit. I think his design's really cool. He's my favourite out of the Alola starters, just barely. It was the hardest decision of my life to choose Rowlet or Litten. It was the hardest decision in Ultra Sun to pick. Rowlet or Litten, but I chose Rowlet. Mainly because I wanted to use a load of Marowak on my team. But yeah, no, I really like Decidueye. He's like an archer type rogue with like a hood, and he's like an owl. I think it's really cool, and the grass ghost type is really sick. Also, Decidueye is my main in Pokken Tournament. If you don't know what Pokken Tournament is, it's a Pokemon like fighting game. And I think it needs more attention because that game's really fun. My favourite Pokemon at the number 10 slot is Decidueye. Just hurt my hand and just banged my hand on the table. Number 9, we've got Grimmsnarl. Now, I used Grimmsnarl on my first ever Shield playthrough, which was my second Pokemon game ever. I believe my first was Let's Go Pikachu. Grimmsnarl is really fun. I adore the Grimmsnarl line. I think Impidimp's really cool. Morgrem's a really good second evolution, and then I just love Grimmsnarl. Mainly because his Gigantamax form just looks amazing. It's a masterpiece. But, the main reason why Marnie from Pokemon Sword and Shield is one of my favourite rivals is mainly because she uses Grimmsnarl. Also, I really like Dark types. You'll see as I go through this list, I really like Dark types. But yeah, no, I like Marnie as my favourite rival mainly because she uses G-Max Grimmsnarl and the other rivals. Bead looks like a grandma and Hop is... but yeah, no, Grimmsnarl is incredible. I really like the fairy ghost typing. I think that's really unique, and it's from the Galar region, which is based on Britain. And if you don't know, I live in Britain, the UK. Yeah, one of my favourite dark types, not my favourite though, you'll see on this list. Now, number 8 is Scizor at number 8. So, Steel bug type is my favourite bug type of all time. I really like Scyther, and I think Scizor was just an amazing evolution. But I did use a Scyther on my Brilliant Diamond playthrough. Yeah, no, Scyther and Scizor, I think Scizor has the edge because it's evolution. Sorry, Scyther, but Scyther's still pretty cool. But yeah, no, Scizor's really cool. I think he just has a really nice design. That's all I can really say about it. He just looks cool. That's why he's up here. He's also in Pokken. He does look really cool. His Mega Evolution's okay. I still like his Mega Evolution. I really like his Mega Evolution. But yeah, Scizor's just insane. He's top 8. Now, number 7 is Absol. Now, I really like Absol. I don't know what it is about Absol. I find it really cool. I like how it's got like the moon, like horn. I think that's really sick, really good. it's just a really good design. It's Mega Evolution, although a bit basic and doesn't change much. It's still really cool. I like how it has like grows wings. I think that's really cool. And also it's a dark type, and I love dark types. If you didn't know, dark type is my favorite type. Not because I want to be it's just because I like dark type Pokemon. I like Grimmsnarl, Obstagoon, Meowscarada, Greninja, the Grimmsnarl, and Pokemon like that. I like Pangoro as well. Pangoro doesn't get enough recognition. But yeah, no, Absol is top 7. Now, coming in at number 6 is Greninja. Now, I have a bit of a story to tell with this one. Greninja is from XY, Generation 6, from the Kalos region. And if you don't know, Gen 6 is my favourite generation. Mainly because I grew up with the XY anime, Ash Greninja. Ash Greninja is one of the main reasons why Greninja's so high up. If you look here, I've got an Ash Greninja. Let me bring it over. Have a look at that. Wow, there's my goat. There's my goat. Greninja will always have a special place in my heart, because obviously, before I was really like into Pokemon, obviously I knew, you know, the most famous ones. I knew Pikachu and Charizard, and that was really the only two that I knew. And like Mewtwo and stuff like that, all those obvious options. But when I was around my aunt's house and I watched XY for the first time, she said, "Oh, do you want to put anything on the telly?" And I said, "Yeah, can I please watch something on the TV?" And she said, "Oh yeah, only Pokemon XY is on." I'm like, "Okay, I'll watch that." And it was I think it was like the Ninja Village episode, which was specifically about Greninja. And Greninja was like the first ever Pokemon that, you know, I was introduced to, apart from the obvious like Pikachu and Charizard. And Greninja will always have a special place in my heart, because obviously I love the XY anime, because I used to watch it as a kid. And obviously Ash Greninja and stuff I think is really cool. But even Greninja on his own, he's just a cool Pokemon. I see why he won Most Popular in 2018. And he was one of the first Pokemon that I was introduced to, so he's going to be really up high on this list. So Greninja is number 6. Now we're moving it into top 5, and the ghost type allegations are going to appear after I say these next two, because they're both ghost type. Spoilers, sorry. But number 5, we've got the first and only mythical Pokemon on this list, which I think is really underrated Pokemon, and that is... Marshadow, my underrated goat. Look at him. This man is so underrated and does not get the recognition that he deserves. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got this. I ordered this from the Pokemon Center for my birthday. And I specifically chose Marshadow because he's just so underrated, man. Because he's mythical, he only gets given out in event distributions, and you know, is a mythical, so he can't even be used in competitive. He doesn't get that spotlight. But yeah, no, I just think his design's really cool with like the eyes and stuff, and he's like ghost fighting, which is really sick. And I think that, you know, when he attacks, his like animation, he goes like a green like glowing ghost hair or whatever he has. And I think like even with like these little things, if you see like his like gameplay, like idle animation, those like shadow, like I don't know how to explain it. They're kind of like scarves, which I think is really sick. And in the movie that he was introduced in, I think it was I Choose You. He like, it's such a cool Pokemon because he like can like travel through the walls, and you can see his shadow. And in his shadow, you can just see like eyes. These like glowing red eyes, and I think that's really cool. I really like him. So yeah, Marshadow is number 5, and he's such a cool Pokemon that I got a plushie of him because he is the GOAT, and Marshadow deserves more recognition because he is the greatest mythical Pokemon. Sorry to Genesect and Darkrai, I like those two, but Marshadow is just better. I'm sorry. Coming in at number 4, we've got Golurk, which is also another underrated one. My favourite Pokemon from Unova, but I've only just started playing Pokemon White, so you might think, oh, why is Golurk so high up on his team? It's because I used a Golurk in a shield, and that Golurk was crazy good. Probably my most overpowered mon on the team, but he is just Golurk. He's just really cool. That using him on my team made me, you know, appreciate Golurk, and he was just really cool. I remember I had 5 Galar mons on my team because it was like one of the first Pokemon games I've ever played. I'm like, right, I need to use some old Pokemon that I haven't used before, and I saw Golurk, caught it, and used that Golurk for the whole playthrough, and he swept. But no, I really like Golurk because he was like one of my first Pokemon in my first ever playthroughs of the Pokemon game. He will always, you know, have a special place in my heart, and I just really like him. He's just a big goofy guy. I think he's really cool. He deserves more recognition. So Golurk is number 4. Okay, so coming in at number 3 is the first and only legendary, and that will be Rayquaza. Now, I really like Rayquaza because he's really cool. Yeah, probably my favourite legendary, and I'm just gonna say he's really cool. One of the best legendaries. I think his Mega Evolution's sick, and I just think he's insane. Amazing shiny as well. But yeah, no, Rayquaza is top 3. Now, these last 2 are probably my most favourite, and it was really hard trying to. Actually, no, it wasn't that hard. But these 2 I would definitely say are my favourite Pokemon of all time. So coming in at number 2 is Scorbunny. I don't like Cinderace. I think Cinderace is a bit underwhelming. Its Gigantamax form is really cool, but I really like Scorbunny. Mainly because when Sword and Shield got announced, I was really excited because it was and I was like only little at that time. I believe I was like 9 when Sword and Shield got announced, and yeah, Scorbunny was announced the first starter, and I love fire type starters because no, spoilers. I really like fire type starters, and yeah, Scorbunny was announced, and if you didn't know, rabbits are one of my favourite animals of all time. So I was really excited, especially in the British region. It was perfect, and I really liked his design, and I thought it was really cool. And around that time, my pet rabbit died, so I was really sad. But yeah, no, yeah, Scorbunny, it just came at the perfect time for one of my first Pokemon playthroughs, and I really like Scorbunny, mainly for that reason. I think Scorbunny is like a first stage evolution. I think Raboot is really cool, but Cinderace is just underwhelming. But in Gigantamax form, they knocked it out of the park. But yeah, no, I'm not too keen on Cinderace. I love Scorbunny, really love Raboot. But Cinderace is okay. But Scorbunny is my second favourite Pokemon of all time. Now, the big anticipation, what is my favourite Pokemon of all time? It's Charizard. Okay, now before you hit me with the, oh, that's so basic allegations, and oh, be original, look. Okay, the main reason why I like Charizard, he was the first starter I ever picked. But actually, for real, the main reason why I really love Charizard is Mega Charizard X. Base Charizard is really cool, but I'm sorry, it's the XY anime, man. Alan's Mega Charizard X was so cool. Now, I know people are going to hate me for this, but when I was a child and watching the Colossus League finals, I was rooting for Alan. I know, burn me at the stakes. Yeah. Okay, but I do really like Charizard. I've used him in multiple playthroughs. He's my main in Pokken if I'm not using Decidueye. And I just love Mega Charizard X. Whenever I'm doing a playthrough where Mega Charizard X is involved, you know I'm picking Mega Charizard X. It's the whole reason why I picked X instead of Y, because I like Mega Charizard X. Mega Charizard X is cool with the blue flames and the black dragon with the blue flames. I just think that's really sick. And if you don't, there's something wrong with you. That was a joke, don't worry. So that was my top 10 favourite Pokemon. Not a very good list. Probably a lot of people would say. But it's my top 10 favourite Pokemon. I really am getting back into Pokemon and I really enjoy it. I'm playing competitive Scarlet and Violet right now. And yeah, I'm just really getting into the fan base and I want to create more Pokemon content because I think the Pokemon community is really cool and I really want to be a part of it because it seems like a really nice community where you can just celebrate a franchise and yeah, they seem really welcoming, so I'm thinking, oh, I can make a few Pokemon. I don't want to be a full-on Poketuber as much as I would like that. If I've learnt anything, it's make videos on lots of different stuff that you like, not one specific thing. But yeah, no, I will be making a lot of Pokemon videos because I really want to be a part of the Pokemon community. So yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe if you want to. I'm not forcing you or anything. But yeah, thanks for watching and bye.